Malcolm again. You might hear I'm a bit croaky at the moment. Doug decided to bring home a cold and share it around, so apologies for my croaky voice. Okay, so last time we set up ready for the stitching, put the holes and the slots in, and we ended up talking about maybe some colouring. Been having a think about it, and as you can see here, you really can't see the details in this because it's all monochrome. So we're going to add some contrast to it, just so it shines out a bit more and things. I thought we might try what's called resist to start with. I'll explain that a bit. Give me a second. Normally, when you finish off the colouring, you actually put a leather finisher on it. This is Super Sheen here. You can see the leather finisher. It's, basically, it stops any colour escaping or any rubbing off or anything like that. So what we're going to do is actually use that as the first coat on some portions of it. So then when we actually do go and put one of the antiquing gels there, it's not going to stick to the portion that's already got the Super Sheen on it. You can see there's my mahogany, dark brown. The bottles are quite good. They come in different colours, as you can see. And you can see there's a little indication on each one of what they sort of come out with. They're not very accurate, but you know, I'm actually thinking maybe dark brown or maybe medium brown. But first, let's start with resist. Okay, so I've got a little bit of the Super Sheen or leather finish in the cap there, and I'm going to use one of these just an earbud things. You can use wool daubers and things, but I mean, why go to the expense when you can just do something cheaply? And basically, I'm just going to go around the edge here, putting a little bit on. So anywhere I put this is going to resist when I put the antiquing gel. Well, in theory anyway. I've only done this a couple of times, so I'm just trying to get my hand out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. It is kind of difficult. I'm setting it up so the camera can see. Alright, so I might actually do the lettering as well. For that, what I might do is just get a little paintbrush. Hopefully, I can get it fine enough. I'll dab it in there. Give it a bit of a squeeze so it's not so. Let's paint some of these letters as well. Brush is probably a bit thick for this, but we'll see how it goes. Still a bit thick. So I'm not saying much because I'm concentrating. I'm not trying to keep it inside the lines. The brush is a bit too thick, so you're just going to tell you what, take you back to the old art lessons with the old stippling. You might remember that from high school when you did art. I taught you about stippling, and it's how a lot of the Aboriginal art is done. Just tiny little bits of dot, 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 dot all put together. Turn it around that way so you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay. Now we're just going to let that dry. And we'll try and put some antiquing gel over and see if it does actually resist where we want it to. Sort of reminds me a bit of the batik you used to do with the tie dyeing in primary school. I don't know if you remember that as well. They used to use wax and used to dye things with the wax in there, and wherever you put the wax, the dye didn't set, and you did a number of different colours. And each time you put wax on more areas so it build up. Anyway, let's let that to dry, and come back in a bit. Alright. Okay, so that's set for a little while, and it's clean the touch, or dry to touch. As you can see, I've got rubber gloves on for this next bit, because this antiquing gel does stain. You also know I've got a bit of card down as well, because I normally do this outside. One, it's night time at the moment, and two, I can't get the camera set up out there. So, as I said before, I think I'm going to pick the medium brown to do this for. I used to use a piece of sponge and some paper towel. Probably the easiest way to applicate this. Always good to wet your sponge, because I'm going to actually pour the gel onto the sponge, and so it doesn't completely absorb and not release, I give it a bit of a squirt with my water bottle, just so it's a little damp, and then basically, if I can get the thing open, let's pour a little bit on. Use this bit of medium brown much, so oh, come on, out you come. Might need a bit of a shake, give me a second. They have sit for a little while, so let's try that again. There we go, dollop on there. Don't need too much for this one. And basically, yeah, just get it into the grooves. Rub it in. Round in circles. Making sure you get into all the little nooks and crannies. Don't forget your edges. I mean, usually I do the back as well, but I don't think this is going to be used for anything. As you can see there, where we've put the leather finish that it hasn't taken there. So basically you get in there and with a bit of paper towel, rub it off again. So it's sort of an effect there. If you don't like the colour, you can just do it again. You can do it many times as you like, but I quite like that chocolatey colour there. So again, I'm going to just let that dry. Next step after this, if I was going to do other colours and things, I'd do resists again, but I don't think I will be. Maybe the little minute marks on the clock, maybe you can colour them, or maybe I'll paint them with some of the paint, so we can see that process as well. And then obviously the last thing we're going to do is finish it off, go back with a leather finish and put it over the whole lot, so that the colours don't fade and they don't rub off. So that's basically the first part of colouring all done. Cheers guys.